Well, now, almost 60 years on, one of the historic ships that was used by Radio Caroline needs donations to stay afloat. And Russell Hookey is live on board the boat for us now. Good evening, Russell. Tell us more about its fascinating history.
Good evening to both of you. Yes, I'm on the high seas this evening, not quite, the Blackwater estuary just off the Essex coast. This is the Ross Revenge, a former fishing vessel from Grimsby, but more affectionately known as the home of pirate radio station Radio Caroline, as you say. Still broadcasting, but no longer a pirate, but it does need some work. I'm delighted to say that Ray Clark is with me, one of the presenters. He's on board. This is a special ship, isn't it, Ray?
Yeah, it's been the home of Radio Caroline for 40 years, but she's had a hard life.
Yeah, and now you need to raise some money to ensure that she stays in good condition.
Yeah, we've started a crowdfunding campaign, rossrevenge.com, and the idea is to get as much money as we can from those that remember us as a fishing vessel, Caroline supporters, go to organisations like the National Lottery and say, we've got this much, can you add to it?
Well, I know it's going to cost an awful lot of money, so good luck with that. No visit to the Ross Revenge will be complete without seeing those famous studios, though, and they are through here. Well, I'm not going to lie, it is a little cramped in here. There are some steep staircases as well, but this is a ship which has survived a hurricane, a partial capsizing off the Goodwin Sands, and also an armed raid by British and Dutch officials who smashed up all the broadcasting equipment. This, as you can hear, is where the magic happens. This is the floor where the studios are, and it is a lot smaller than you might expect a radio station to be. That is, of course, because it's in a converted ship. But in this studio is Josh, who's just 17 years old, one of the younger members of the crew. Josh, tell us what it's like working on such a historic ship.
It's incredible. The magic, as I'm sure Ray's already spoken to you about, is like nothing else you'd get at any other radio station. And Radio Caroline's been around much longer than I have, and so's the ship as well. So I've grown up with it around me all of my life, and it's something really special. And that's why we're trying to save it and raise enough money to keep the ship and the story and the history alive. So that's what we're trying to do, but it's quite incredible.
I know you have plenty to get on with, so we'll let you go. Thank you for joining us. Outside, the ship may well be a little bit rusty. A few holes here and there, and those decks certainly could do with more than a varnish, but inside it's pretty good. Up here is the bridge, and I'm told it's a bit of a 60s time warp.
There's nothing I can do, Russell.
Have we got no signal?
It's on full signal.
Well, they make you work for it climbing up here,
Yes,
but when you do get on the
there
bridge, you see a fantastic view out across the estuary, complete with all this 1960s paraphernalia on the bridge as well. And this, of course, was the inspiration, along with its forebearers as well, for the film The Boat That Rocks, which came out a few years ago, charting the lives of disc jockeys in pirate radio. That just goes to show how much affection there is for this period of history. It would be a real shame if this boat can't stay as an active radio station and indeed a museum.
Oh, Russell, fantastic. A real trip down memory lane. I used to work with Ray Clark in my very early days in the 1990s at Essex Radio in Southend. And Ray's got the most amazing radio voice.
You've worked with everybody, you have. Right. From ships to sport now, Andy's here with everything you need to know.